Victory! Amy Roloff and Marek win finally destroyed Caryn and Matt. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Hello viewers, welcome back to the channel. For nearly 2 decades, Little People, Big World, LPBW, has given fans an intimate window into the ups and downs of the Roloff family love, betrayal, business feuds, and emotional reunions. What started as a heartwarming family story on a beautiful Oregon farm has transformed into a saga of triumph, heartbreak, and redemption. But today, the tide has finally turned. Amy Roloff and her husband Marek have achieved what fans are calling a long-awaited victory, a personal and emotional win that leaves Matt Roloff and his fiancée Caryn Chandler stunned, exposed, and defeated. This is not just another chapter in the Roloff family drama. This is the moment Amy finally reclaims her peace, pride, and power. Amy Roloff's journey has never been an easy one. As the matriarch of the Roloff family, she poured her heart and soul into building Roloff Farms, raising her children, and holding her marriage to Matt together for nearly 30 years. Yet behind the cameras, the cracks began to show. Fans watched in disbelief as Matt's growing closeness with his longtime farm assistant, Caryn Chandler, seemed to coincide with the unraveling of Amy's marriage. When the divorce was finalized in 2016, Amy walked away with dignity, but deep wounds both emotional and financial. For years afterward, fans saw her face the challenge of starting over in her 50s, buying a new house, and finding love again with real estate agent Marek. While many doubted the relationship at first, Amy and Chris proved them wrong. Slowly, they built a partnership based on mutual respect, laughter, and genuine affection, something that Amy hadn't felt in years. "Chris has been my rock," Amy once said. "He's shown me that love can be kind, steady, and patient, not just demanding." While Amy was rebuilding her life, Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler became inseparable. Their romance, which began shortly after Amy moved out of the farmhouse, immediately drew backlash from fans. Many LPBW viewers felt uncomfortable with how fast Matt moved on, particularly since Caryn had worked on the farm for years, even during the period when Amy and Matt were still married. Social media erupted with accusations that Caryn was the reason behind the divorce, though both Matt and Caryn denied it repeatedly. Still, the perception stuck, and so did the tension between the couples. Every time Amy and Chris appeared at the farm for family events, the awkwardness was impossible to ignore. Episodes often showed Amy trying to remain civil while Caryn maintained a forced smile, and Matt stood in the background avoiding confrontation. One fan commented, "You could cut the tension with a knife." Amy deserves better, she's pure class compare. The real turning point came when Matt Roloff announced plans to sell a large portion of Roloff Farms. Fans were shocked the farm that symbolized family unity was suddenly a business transaction. Amy had already sold her share to Matt years prior, thinking it was the best decision for peace. But when Matt refused to give their son Zach a fair chance to buy the property, the family rift deepened. Amy watched her children, especially Zach and Jeremy, feel betrayed by their father's choices. Caryn was often seen as the business influence behind Matt's decisions, which didn't help her image among LPBW fans. Caryn turned Roloff Farms into a money machine, not a family legacy, one longtime fan posted on Reddit. But Amy stayed quiet. She knew time would bring the truth to light. And that time finally came. After years of watching Matt and Caryn control the narrative, Amy and Chris took a bold step. They launched a new business venture together, blending Chris's real estate expertise with Amy's passion for cooking, events, and storytelling. Their new company, Marek and Roloff Ventures, focuses on hosting lifestyle retreats, couples workshops, and special events for fans of Little People, Big World. The response was overwhelming. Tickets for their first retreat sold out within hours. Fans flooded social media with comments like, "Amy and Chris are winning at life. They turned their pain into purpose." While Matt and Caryn are chasing money, Amy and Chris are building love and community. This success was more than financial. It was symbolic. Amy, who once felt overshadowed by her ex-husband's control over the farm, was now standing tall as her own boss alongside a partner who respected her voice. Meanwhile, things weren't going as smoothly for Matt and Caryn. Their much-hyped wedding plans were delayed again, reportedly due to family tensions and business complications surrounding the farm's future. Caryn's image suffered another hit when fans noticed her absence from several family gatherings. Rumors swirled that not all the Roloff children were comfortable around her, especially Tori and Audrey. Matt, too, seemed to be facing a reckoning. In a recent interview, he admitted that some bridges are harder to rebuild than others. Fans interpreted that as a rare acknowledgement of his strained relationship with Amy and the kids. And when Caryn attempted to defend herself online, the backlash was swift and merciless. "You can't build happiness on someone else's heartbreak," one fan replied to her Instagram post. It became clear while Amy and Chris were flourishing, Matt and Caryn were struggling to maintain both their public image and their personal harmony. The LPBW fan community has always been vocal, but never more so than now. Social media has practically split in two, with one side supporting Amy and Chris and the other defending Matt and Caryn. However, the overwhelming support seems to lean toward Amy.